The 24th of December, as the world was preparing for Christmas, a dreadful carnage unfolded in Myanmar, a horrific killing of women and children led by Myanmar's military junta. By all accounts, it was a barbaric attack. It took place in the town of Hapruso. This is located in the eastern state of Kaya. The state borders Thailand. It's a transit route for many refugees fleeing the country. Photos and footage that have emerged from this site are disturbing to say the least. They show charred bodies of more than 35 people lying inside 3 burnt-out vehicles. Who were these people and why were they killed? The answers depend on whom you ask. The junta says these people were terrorists, that they were carrying arms and ammunition, that they did not stop for inspection. So they came under fire and were killed in an encounter. This is the military's version. Eyewitnesses, though, tell a different story. They say that these people were refugees, internally displaced women, children and elders. They were fleeing an army offensive nearby, but the troops caught and slaughtered them. Their vehicles were attacked, the occupants were shot at, and then their bodies were set on fire to remove all evidence. These, like I said, are eyewitness accounts, and we've not been able to independently verify them. But here's what we can tell you. The Myanmar junta is on a fresh offensive. It has intensified fighting with insurgents, and most of these insurgents are based in border states, like the Karen guerrillas and their National Liberation Army. This is an ethnic rebel group. They're fighting for greater autonomy in the country. The junta suspects them to be a tool of the ousted NDL government. It believes this outfit has joined hands with pro-democracy activists in Myanmar, so it's cracking down on them. Skirmishes have intensified, the military is bombing their bases, the rebels are carrying out ambushes, and the people of Myanmar are becoming collateral damage. These recent killings are proof. They've triggered global condemnation. Reactions are pouring in. Martin Griffiths, the UN Under-Secretary for Humanitarian Affairs, says that he's horrified. He's issued a statement. Allow me to quote from what he said. Credible reports say at least 35 people, including at least 1 child, were forced from their vehicles, killed and burned. 2 humanitarian workers of Save the Children remain missing, having been caught up in the violence. I condemn this grievous incident and all attacks against civilians throughout the country. The US Embassy in Burma has also responded. It says, and I quote, "We are appalled by this barbaric attack in Kaya State. We will continue to press for accountability for the perpetrators of the ongoing campaign of violence against the people of Burma." On the internet, a hashtag is trending, hashtag war crimes of junta. People from all over Myanmar are sharing accounts of the military's atrocities. They say 1,300 people have been killed since the coup. The military led a coup in February. Then they launched a crackdown, resulting in 1,300 deaths, mostly of unarmed protesters, and 11,000 arrests. This list includes students, activists, politicians, and rebel fighters. Myanmar's ousted leader Aung San Suu Kyi is also behind bars. She's a Nobel Peace Laureate, 76 years old, under arrest since the 1st of February. It's been 11 months. She remains in detention. A catalogue of judgments have been passed in this period, from corruption to incitement to sedition. A number of charges have been levelled against Suu Kyi. Her supporters say these charges would ensure that she remains in prison for the rest of her life. As for the military, it's amassing more power. Funds are flowing from China, along with state-of-the-art arms, ammunition and technology. Recent reports suggest that China is building an internet firewall for the junta. This will give the army unfettered control of social media. It can police the activities of dissidents. It can stop the spread of information against its actions. But by doing this, the military junta of Myanmar also runs the risk of losing sensitive information to Beijing and exposing itself to data breaches and spying by Chinese hackers. And frankly, at this point, it's hard to say what's worse: the Myanmar military being hacked by China, or the people of Myanmar being oppressed and killed by the military. Myanmar is a tough test for international diplomacy. Put too much pressure and it becomes another vassal state of China. Give a long rope and you run the risk of legitimizing coup leaders under whose watch the people of Myanmar are being killed. The killings in Kaya must be unequivocally condemned, and the push for the restoration of democracy must continue. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.